Hi. Do not mind the pile of clean clothes behind me. Folding laundry is like not a priority for me. Hi, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Elise. A little life update. I did get a promotion at work, which is fantastic, super exciting. My work days are not nearly as easygoing as they used to be, and my mental capacity is pretty shot, to say the least. To give you some context, it is 10:42 p.m. on a Friday night, Friday, May 9th. So my brain at the end of the week, I'm done. I can't believe I'm filming right now. We are here for a reading vlog. I love doing reading vlogs. I haven't done one in quite some time now. I'm reading some Romantasy today. Well, not today, but in this video. They all have the most gorgeous sprayed edges. What order? Actually, I think I'm gonna do it in this order. Well, no, I think I'll do this. No, gosh, I don't know. The first one is The Neverlist by Jade, Presley. I love the cover. It's like an envelope with one of those gold seals. So it's why choose one when you can have them all. The 4 princes of Lumathus need a mate and everyone wants a chance except for her. Threatened by invaders, the kingdom of Lumathus is on the verge of chaos and no one can stop it unless the 4 immortal god princes find their fated mate and safeguard the throne. Lumathus will fall. 5 women have tried, 5 have failed, and tonight in the royal city the princes need to find their chosen and hope she can survive the transformation that will make her immortal. That's the first one. The second one, I've actually been meaning to read this for a while. The Games Gods Play by Abigail, Owen. The gods live to play with us mere mortals, and every 100 years we let them. For the first time, the ruthless mercurial king of the underworld has entered the crucible, the deadly contest the gods hold to determine a new ruler to sit on the throne of Olympus. But instead of fighting their own battles, the gods name mortals to compete in their stead. And then the third book, the one I'm most excited about, Shield of Sparrows by Devney. I am going to save this one for last because it's the one I'm most excited for, and it's the one that I think is like the most gorgeous. Long ago, the gods unleashed monsters upon the 5 kingdoms of Calandra to remind us that humans are insignificant. I didn't need a deity to remind me I was powerless. Being a princess had never been more than a performance. I was never asked to be part of the charade. Until the day an infamous monster hunter sailed to our shores. The day a prince walked into my father's throne room and ruined my life. The day I married a stranger, signed a magical treaty in blood, and set off across the continent to the most treacherous kingdom in all the realm. That was the day I learned that not all myths are make-believe, that lies and legends are often the same, and that the only way to kill the monsters we fear was to become one. These are the books that I will be reading. Good night. I will check in with you once I start reading The Games Gods Play. Why does that feel weird to say? The Games Gods Play. I don't know. All the S's are like throwing me off. Okay, good night. Started this. I'm page 41. I got through part 1 and a little bit of part 2. I'm liking it. I'm not like super hooked, but I am intrigued. So we meet Lyra, and she's like 23. She's part of a like den of thieves, and she has been since she was 3 years old. This takes place in San Francisco, but the gods are like Zeus, Hades, Athena, Hephaestus, all these different gods. They play a pretty active role in the lives of mortals in this world, it sounds like. And every 100 years, they hold what is called the Crucible, which is like this competition. And it used to be a competition of the gods, but something happened and they don't want it to be a competition involving the gods directly. Instead, each god chooses their own mortal sacrifice, basically. So Lyra, like I said, she's been part of this den of thieves since she was 3 years old. She was like given up by her parents because she was supposedly cursed by Zeus to be unlovable. And so because of this, she's pretty lonely. Being part of this group of thieves, you would think there'd be like a found family aspect, and there are for the other people, but for her, there's not. And she blames it all on this curse. One day she's absolutely had it, and she is going to the temple of Zeus to cause a scene and try to have like a face-to-face with him. But somebody stops her before she can do that, and that somebody is Hades. Lyra's like super sassy. She's the kind of person like her mouth will get her in trouble big time. But Hades, of course, being god of the underworld, he seems charmed by it. And then fast forward to the opening rites of the Crucible, which is where all the gods announce who their sacrifice is going to be. Hades doesn't typically participate, but he is this year, or this century, I should say, because it only happens once every 100 years. And he chooses Lyra. So none of that's a spoiler. It's in the synopsis, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. Yeah, like I said, I'm intrigued. I'm not super hooked. I'm not obsessed and loving it. I like all the talk of all the different gods, and I really like these gods. Like, yes, they're godly, but they're personified pretty well. Like, they can kind of control how people perceive them. When Hades was presenting himself to Lyra, she could tell that he was Hades. When they were walking through San Francisco together, she was like, oh my gosh, people are going to see me walking with you. And he's like, people are going to look at me and just see a guy. So that is that. My head is hurting again. I've been getting a lot of headaches lately. I'm gonna get some lunch, and then I think I'm gonna game for a little bit. Okay, bye. Oh my goodness, you can't see me at all, can you? Hi! Okay, happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Ooh, do you like my nails? You can't really see them. I'm very impatient. I don't like painting my own nails. Oh my goodness, my children are playing together. And yes, this is a Halloween mug. I wanted to give you an update. I am, how far? 146 pages now into this, which is a quarter, maybe between a quarter and a third. I am struggling a little bit. I was excited about the trials because it kind of reminded me a little bit of Phantasma by Kaylee Smith, which I love. It's not really feeling like that. It's, to be honest, it's feeling more like Hunger Games, both in the way that the competition is going. The trials are set up like the trials in Phantasma in the sense that each trial is kind of owned by one of the gods, or in Phantasma, owned by one of the demons. It is kind of like Phantasma, but it's reminding me of the Hunger Games. And it does feel very YA. They've done one trial so far, and I'm 140 some pages in. So actually, parts 1 and 2, like, we didn't even get to the trials until part 3. Oh, I got a puzzle. It's 1,000 pieces, and it's just regular cardboard pieces, but it's so pretty. Like, I love it. I love all the gemstones and the fireplace and the little mouse and the book and the little toadstools and the river. I'm gonna start working on this, hopefully tonight. I'm so awkward. I don't know how to end these clips, so I'm just gonna end it now. Bye. Almost done with the games gods play. Very happy about that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not enjoying it. I don't care, and I cannot be bothered to sit down and physically hold the book. I'm doing it 100% on audio at this point. I think if you liked Phantasma and you liked the trials, like the Knights of Phantasma, if you loved that and you're looking for more of that, I don't think this is a good book to read. There's been some spice, there is some language, so aside from that, it feels very YA. I'm not digging it. I just don't care. There's a lot of characters, which is not necessarily a bad thing. The only characters that I actually really do like is what's his name? Carrion, I think, who's like the ferryman of the underworld. So he's like friends with Hades. And then Cerberus, the three-headed dog, because he's just so protective and each head is like his own personality. Collectively, the three-headed dog is Cerberus, but then there's Cerberus. I think I'm saying it wrong. It's like the name can be broken up into 3 different names, and then that's the name of each head. So aside from that, I don't like the other contestants. Like, ugh, I don't know. And I'm really irritated too because without going into detail and spoiling anything, the author made a choice, and that choice was very obviously done only so that something else could be done to progress the story. Maybe I'm being nitpicky, but that's my opinion. Needless to say, I will not be picking up book 2. I have 46 minutes left in the audio. If I don't finish it today, I will be finishing it tomorrow, and I can't wait. Oh, that's done. I didn't like it. It felt very YA. To be honest, it felt like a ripoff of Phantasma, The Hunger Games, even a little bit of ACOTAR. I mean, if you've read it, you probably picked up on that as well, especially that ending. I didn't care for it. So like the ending was really starting to feel a little too perfect, and I'm like, how is this author going to entice me to pick up the second book, which I'm not going to do? Where's the cliffhanger? I mean, if a book is going to be in a series, there's got to be a cliffhanger. We finally got a little bit of a cliffhanger at the end. Ooh, 2 stars. Also want to correct myself. So, well, I think I corrected myself earlier. The three-headed dog is Cerberus. So she called it the 3 different heads, Sir, Burr, and Russ. And then the ferryman of the underworld, Karen. Not Carrion, Karen. Like Karen's Crossing in Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune. Love that book, by the way. I feel like the quality of the audiobook felt very YA. I don't know if it's like the tone of the narrator or what it is, but there's the YA vibe and then there's the adult vibe, and this one had YA vibe. I do wonder if I had read it physically without the audiobook, if maybe I would have liked it a little bit more. It's possible, but I still think for the most part, plot-wise, it wasn't doing it for me. I feel like we didn't get deep enough with the characters. I feel like the plot was honestly a little lazy. There's just a few things that happened that were just too convenient. Too convenient in the sense that something only happened in a convenient way to progress the story. Or laziness, I guess. The descriptions of things were a little bit too frilly. Like, I would have liked to have seen less effort put into the description of the buildings or the dress that Lyra was wearing, and put that effort into more of the plot. That is The Games Gods Play. 2 stars. Moving on. Alrighty, I did start the Neverlist last night. I got 2 chapters in. I'm on chapter 3 now. But first, I talked to one of my friends on Bookstagram today about this book, and I felt so validated because without me telling her what my issues with the book were, she started spewing off all these issues that she had. I'm like, exactly. This book has pretty high ratings on Goodreads, so we're pretty sure we're like the only 2 people that didn't like it. Because of seeing all those high ratings, it was nice to be able to discuss it with somebody who felt the exact same. But she said that the love between Hades and Lyra it didn't make sense. It was very insta-love. And I didn't like Hades. Like, especially for a romance-centric book, I need to fall for the love interest. And I didn't. I did not like Hades at all. He was definitely no Kingfisher, no Xaden, no Azrael. I am done with this book. I'm done with it. On to the Never list. So started this last night. I already forgot the main character's name. Riley. Oh gosh. It's literally the, like, at the beginning of every chapter. So we have Riley. They live in a kingdom. I was really tired. I probably should not have started the book last night because I don't remember that much. She is crossing a border of some kind to go visit a friend. This officer finds her. Apparently, she and this officer have had relations, but it sounds like he thinks there's something between them and she's just doing it because she has to, or she's trying to be able to get out of situations like this one. So it's like late at night, I think. I honestly don't remember what time of day it was. And he like stops her and, you know, and so she just has to play dumb ditzy woman like, oh, I didn't know I was breaking any rules. I'm glad that the author kind of confirmed that she was just doing this for a reason, because I was starting to get worried like, oh girl, I cannot read an entire book of a woman who thinks and acts this way. Okay, so the kings of Lumithus present the choosing ceremony hosted for the Legends of Chaos. Exchanging this invitation, so certain people, women, I'm assuming strictly women, but I don't know. I haven't gotten far enough to confirm that yet. But certain women are presented with this invitation to attend the choosing ceremony. There are 4 Legends of Chaos, and if you go, you're basically agreeing to the possibility of being chosen as a mate by one of these Legends of Chaos. Oh no, I took my bookmark out like an idiot. Where's my brain today? I don't know. I'm gonna have to restart the book. I don't remember any of this. Riley, oh, good Lord. That can sit over there. Riley has to get into the palace to find some answers. Oh yeah, she has to find her sister. The only way that she can do that is if she is chosen. I'm assuming. Does she have to be chosen? I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna restart the book and then I'll give you a more coherent update when I actually know what's going on. Okay. So I restarted the Never list. On chapter 5 now, so made it a couple chapters further than I did the first time. This is funny. All right, so we met these guys, the what are they called? The Legends of Chaos, and the descriptions of them, they're so hokey, like so that you can figure out like who's who. So like based on, I mean, I got some of it based on like eye color, having a beard or not, whatever. But then at the end of this last chapter, which was the first chapter that we had. From the POV of one of the Legends of Chaos. He kind of sounds like the leader a little bit. Talks about the colors of their cities. So there's like a bunch of different cities, I guess. Jax is the main guy. So he's like the resand of the group. And his color is obsidian, so his outfit's black. And then this guy is Cal, and he has bright blue eyes. And then the guy in green, that's Pierce. And then the Cassian of the group, beardy man, is Axel. So we got Sapphire, Emerald, Obsidian, and Ruby. But they're getting ready for the choosing ceremony. So Riley, she's from the Ashlands, and it sounds like the Ashlands, that city, is like lowest class. But she's got friends that live in Cedar and Silk, and friends that live in Leaf and Claw. So she's like traveling to these different cities to visit her friends. The choosing ceremony is happening tonight, and Riley, nobody from the Ashlands is ever invited officially. So her friend Ivy has forged a fake invitation for Riley. And so all the women that go to this choosing ceremony, when you get there, you can partake or you can just be there for the festivities. If you want to partake, you have to take a pin and you're kind of in the running to be chosen for the Legends of Chaos. And it sounds like every time a mate is chosen, and they do this every year, every time a mate is chosen, they have like a trial period of a month. And then after a month, they can decide to stay or not. They always choose to leave. And it sounds like it's not one mate per guy. Sounds like they want one mate for all 4 of them. And they were just having this conversation like, oh, we can never find a woman that can handle all 4 of us. Like, gross. I'm intrigued to see where this goes, but I was kind of laughing because the chapter I just finished, all 4 of the guys were kind of getting ready for the choosing ceremony, and it's like a masquerade ball kind of. So they have their masks and they're putting them on. And it says, we scoop them up, sliding them over our faces in a move that almost feels rehearsed. Something shifts among us, our powers snapping through the room. United and strong, the legends of chaos, or something to be feared. And I pictured the Power Rangers, I'm sorry. The whole reason that Riley is trying to sneak into this choosing ceremony is because a year ago her sister snuck into the choosing ceremony. She was not chosen, but she also never came home. So Riley's trying to figure out what happened to her. That is what's going on. Yeah, that's a DNF for me. I ended up making it about 35%. I think chapter 18 was where I got to. And there's a few reasons why I'm DNFing this. So, first of all, the content. Now, don't get me wrong. Spice can be enjoyable when done well. And like, I've read this trope before, the why choose trope. Filthy Rich Santas is a great example. But you know what? There was buildup. There was a history between these people. It made sense. This did not make sense. So Riley gets to the choosing ceremony. Obviously she's chosen. We know that just from the summary. Like pretty much the second she's chosen, it's like it instantly goes to like, oh, we're all together. You know, you're ours. You're ours to protect. Possessiveness already kicking in. It's like, sir, you've known this woman for 10 minutes, if that. One of the first things that she has to do, like one of her first tests, is she has to be in a room with all of their dads. And she has to not sleep with them. Because how could a woman resist? You know, that was gross. Not gross in the sense of what happened is gross, just gross like the fact that that was even something that had to be included, something that had to be tested of her. I didn't like that. And then just how quickly the instantaneous, like, oh, I'm so worried about these guys. It was just not good. It was not good. And like the first scene that happened, so she has to, I can't remember how long she's supposed to spend with each guy, but she picks one of the guys because she has to have one-on-one time with them. She picks the first guy and he's like, let me show you my city. And then we get to some spice. It's like zero buildup whatsoever. And then they have to go away for something. All four guys are called away. She's so worried. Oh my goodness. She's so worried about all these guys and what's going to happen to them. And oh, they're in danger. So I'm DNFing. That's that. I'm headed to town right now. I have to run a couple errands, pick up a prescription, drop some books off at the library. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Hang on. That light was out. So apparently The storm didn't really hit my neighborhood super bad, but I guess it did the rest of the town. Not the rest of the town, but the part I just drove through. Yeah, we had like all of Michigan, all of lower Michigan, I should say, like the lower peninsula, had tornado warnings, and then kind of downstate a little bit, like a couple hours from me, they actually had tornado watches. We never get tornado warnings up where I'm at. I mean, there have been tornadoes. There was like an F3 that went through and actually destroyed quite a few buildings. But that's rare. That's super rare. So aside from that, like we don't get tornadoes up here. I'm like in town now, and there's a lot of there's baby geese. That was so cute. Oh my goodness, they were so fluffy. I hope to start Shield of Sparrows later today. I am nervous because the first 2 books in this vlog have not gone well, so the pressure is on. So yeah, wish me luck. I'm liking this a lot, actually. And I'm so relieved because I did not like the Games Gods play. Obviously did not like the Neverlist because I DNF'd it. I was a little worried for this vlog. We have the kingdom or the country or whatever of Calandra. Within Calandra, we have 5 different kingdoms. We have Quentis, which is where Odessa is from. We have Tura, which is the kingdom that she married into. And then we have Ozarth, Lane, and Genesis. She's a daughter of the king. She's the daughter of the king of Quentis. Oh, my puzzle. Do you want to see it? Here. Yeah, it is coming along. Coming along quite well. Okay, so the book. I'm on chapter 13 and I'm really liking it. I like Odessa as a character. So the Shield of Sparrows, it's technically like a peace treaty among those 5 kingdoms of Calandra. There's something that they call like the Great Migration, which reminds me a little bit of like Game of Thrones when they're like winter's coming. It's like not a great situation. And it's like a peace treaty, trade agreement type thing. There's people from the kingdom of Tura that have arrived in Quentis. They're there for something to do with the Shield of Sparrows. And there's monsters, there's these things called marrow eels that we've come across, which remind me of like a kraken sea wyvern type creature. And so Odessa, she's kind of like the black sheep a little bit in her family. I'm still a little confused. Who's the love interest? Because we've met 3 guys. One of them I know is not the love interest. But then the other 2... I don't know. I know who I want to be the love interest, but I don't see how that's going to work. Anyhow, liking the writing. It's just on a different level. The Games Gods play and the Neverlist, their level was like here, and then this one, Shield of Sparrows, is like up here with like Fourth Wing and Akatar. I'm not just reading words on a page, I'm reading and then a movie is playing in my head. Okay, gotta go, bye. Hello, I am driving to town because I have a work event to go to that is 3 hours away on Wednesday. I don't have any like good clothing. Like I don't want to wear a dress. I don't want to wear shorts. So like I need something that's like fun and summery, but work appropriate. So I'm headed to town to get some groceries. I gotta get my kids from their dad. But before all that, I want to buy some new clothes, some new work clothes. And my company is paying for me to rent a car for the road trip on Wednesday, which I'm super excited about. I want to talk to you about Shield of Sparrows. I am 275 pages in. Don't get me wrong, I am liking this book a lot more than I did the other 2. What are some of my complaints? The one thing that I have a complaint about is, oh no, what's the main character's name? Odessa. There we go. They get to one of the places that they go to, okay? It's very dangerous. Like this particular kingdom, it didn't sound like there were many monsters in Odessa's original kingdom that she lived in, but this one that they're in now there's lots of monsters everywhere and it's very dangerous. And then one day she just decides, I'm gonna go off on my own. Excuse me? Be freaking for real. That did not make sense. And then another thing, she's trying to train and she's like, I want a sword. And so the guardian, who's like the king's right-hand man or whatever, he's like, okay, well, if you want a sword, then you need to learn how to use one first. So this other woman is training her. We like this other woman. She's awesome. She's totally badass. But she's like, okay, you really need to do some cardio because your cardio sucks. Start running around this camp, do laps. She's like, oh, okay. But then like a couple chapters later, Odessa's talking about how she dances all the time, like every night. I thought you had horrible stamina and you didn't do any cardio. So which is it? And just the fact that, I mean, I've been reading this book for at least 2 weeks now. And the fact that I do not feel inclined to sit down and gobble it up all in one go, that's putting a damper on things. I have no explanation as to why that's how I'm experiencing this book right now. It doesn't make any sense, but that's where we're at. Am I enjoying it? Yes. Is it a 5-star at this point? No. I'm gonna go shopping. I'm not excited. It's like, ugh, something I need to do. Back home, I did find some cute stuff at Old Navy, so I thought I would just do a little haul. This first one I'm kind of really excited about because it's super cute. Just a little crew neck, hopeless romantic. These are capri pants. This is actually part of the outfit that I think I'm gonna wear on Wednesday to the work event. I've got some really cute wedge sandals with like white straps on them. So those with these with a boyfriend shirt. So I love wearing these with like the cuffs rolled up. I don't typically wear blue. So this with a white tank top underneath and these capri pants. And then those white wedge sandals. I'm excited. It's a cute outfit. And then I got another slouchy boyfriend shirt, which could go with either the white tank top or this one underneath. That's my shopping haul. Good morning. I'm here. It is Wednesday, the morning of my work event. If you couldn't tell, I'm not in a great mood. I had like a crap day yesterday. The last thing that I want to do right now is drive for 3 hours. I feel like my outfit looked a lot cuter when I was at Old Navy, and now that I'm like ready to go, I'm like, does it look that cute? I don't know. My hair wasn't doing what I wanted to do, and I haven't had breakfast yet. It's my kid's last day of school, my oldest last day of elementary school, and I have to miss their end of day, end of year celebration because I'm going to be downstate. I've not read anything more of Shield of Sparrows. Like I said, I'm enjoying it while I read it. It's just, I'm not wanting to pick it back up. My grumpy, sassy self is going to go get a huge coffee for the road, as well as probably a huge water because we got to stay hydrated. And then I'm going to somehow figure out how to hook Bluetooth up to this car. It's a Mazda something. It's actually not the car that I reserved. The car that I reserved wasn't available because when it came back, the tire pressure was lower than their safety standards. He's like, so I have a few for you to choose from. He's like, we have a minivan. I'm like, nope, won't be driving one of those. He's like, we have a pickup truck. I'm like, no. And then he's like, or we have these sedans over here. It's fairly new. It's only got 28,000 miles on it. I'm getting my coffee, listening to my book. I'll check in probably in 3 hours when I get there. Okay, bye. Their drive-through is like blocked off because they're redoing the pavement. And I think there's a maze to try to get in there, but I can figure it out. I haven't had my coffee yet. So I'm going inside now. Okay. Ooh, hi. It is hot down here. It's 10 degrees warmer here than it is back home. And it is humid. I'm super excited because look what I got for the first time. We don't have these back home. I stopped at Costco to fill up. There's a Trader Joe's in the same plaza. So I'm like, ooh, I'm starving because, okay, my work thing. My work thing was fun. We did putt-putt golf, go-karts. Oh, and some people did bowling as well. So the fun part was fun. Food part, not so much. So by the time I got there, food was pretty much gone, unfortunately. So I had a few chips and guacamole, and that's it. Long story short, stopped at Trader Joe's. But when I was walking over to Trader Joe's, I'm like, OMG, there's a Crumbl cookie. This one, it's a pink lemonade. These are huge. Maybe I should have gotten minis. It smells good. So it's like a sugar cookie with frosting on it. Oh yeah. That's good. Oh gosh. Okay, maybe there. And then I've never been to Trader Joe's because we don't have one of those back home either. I got some tea. Their tea was so cheap. So cheap. So I got a huge thing of green tea. This is peppermint. Yeah, peppermint. herbal peppermint tea, which I love. And then I'm gonna try their matcha latte mix. This one is sweetened. I've never gotten a sweetened one before, so maybe I'll think it'll taste better. Protein smoothie, because like I said, I'm starving. What else did I get? I got, a veggie hummus vegetable wrap. Okay, so let's talk about the book, because I listened to the book all the way down here. I've not talked about like my thoughts of certain things. I need to put my sunglasses on because people are looking at me and it's making me feel weird. I think I did mention I was confused about the love interest. Like, who's the love interest supposed to be? I'm confused because it doesn't make sense. I'm not going to tell you what I thought was happening, but I'm like, the only way for this to make sense is if it goes like this. We found out that what I was thinking was accurate, which is a bummer. I saw it coming. I'm assuming that that's supposed to be a pretty big shocker, but it felt pretty obvious to me. I like that that's how it turned out. Like, as I mentioned, like, that's what would make sense. They did it in a strange way, though. And if you know, you know. My overall opinion of the book hasn't really changed. I'm still thinking it's a 4-star. I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. It's not a 5-star, and that's okay. Not every book has to be a 5-star. See it? Look at that. Look at it. I don't know if you can see it. It's probably blurry. Now that is 5 stars. I think I might finish the book on the way home. When I get home, I'll be able to give you a final update and let you know my final rating and finally finish this vlog because it's been going for a little too long now. Okay, bye. Okay. Are you gonna stay? Okay. I've been wearing my contacts all day and this one's like really bothering me. But yeah, okay. Rude. Okay, I'm gonna hold you. I'm holding you. Holding you just like this. That was very messy. That was very dramatic. There wasn't that much going on with the plot. I mean, eventually we do get to stuff happening that's kind of cool. And am I intrigued enough to read book 2? Yeah. Eventually. I don't think I need to pre-order it, but I would kind of like to know what happens next. Other than that, not a whole lot happened. There's a lot of stuff about parents, who people's parents are, and parents of all different kinds. Yeah, I have officially confirmed that I don't necessarily like books that have child characters in them. It doesn't work for me. Especially via audio. One of the main characters in this book is 4 years old. Reading that character on paper is annoying enough, but then also listening to it on audio, it's not my favorite. I find it super annoying. The drama at the end kind of got on my nerves. Pretty much like the last 25%. There was a lot of eye rolling. There's a lot more action though. 3.5. 3.5 stars. Yep. That was a 5-star prediction. And it's a 3.5. Let me get to where I'm going and then I'll do the outro. Okay, I'm tired. It's been a long day. So yeah, in this vlog, I read The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owens. If I recall, I think that one was 2.5 stars. And then The Never List, didn't care for that one at all, DNF. And then Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. It started out really strong. And then, yeah, it pretty quickly declined. Yep, that's my vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Please do remember to like and subscribe. And until next time.